But the spiritual side of it is, you got circumcised, you were in the covenant. Now, they did it as babies. Later on in the twos of the Bible, Isaiah 2, Daniel 2, Joel 2, he's going to say that no longer shall you be taught. What does that mean? That means back then, as a baby, on the 8th day, you're circumcised. You're in the covenant, but you don't know what the covenant is. Today, that's not how it works. Today, you're circumcised as you enter into the covenant. How does that work? Well, some would say that baptism is the New Testament circumcision, and I don't think that's accurate at all. Baptism isn't circumcision, but circumcision, I believe, you could argue, occurs at baptism, and if you want to study that for sake of time this morning, we're not going to go too deep into this, but jot down in your notes Colossians chapter 2. That's where he's talking about this idea of circumcision with relation to baptism. But also jot down in your notes Romans chapter 6. If you read this text, and then you read Colossians chapter 2 about the relationship between circumcision and baptism, and then you go to Romans chapter 6, and you read through what happens at baptism, there is a very special thing that happens at baptism. You don't do it, and the person that does it doesn't do it. In Colossians 2, he says it's a circumcision made without hands. So it's not baptism. Baptism's done with hands. When you get up in that, and I've never baptized someone without my hands. Every time I've used my hands. But there's something that happens to them in the waters of baptism that is without hands. Jesus does it. And what is that? He says in Romans chapter 6, your old man of sin is put away. He's cut away. If you have your old man of sin, you're not among God's people. It must have been put away. You must have your old man of sin cut off from you and put away, just as they did with the foreskins to come into the covenant of with a covenant relationship with God